So what I've done so far is I've just placed the collar along the collar set of the panels, and I made some notches here. Of course, this is so you can ease the fabric. This is so you can make some turns, that kind of thing. And I think that's going to be really helpful. Of course, all of this is going to be turned on towards the inside, so you're not going to see it on the outside. Now, the one thing that the instructions said to do was you would make this entire collar complete, you would do all the finishings, you would add the piping, of course, for the command division or whatever division you were part of. And then, rather easily, they just said, take the collar and then just sew it and everything will be perfect. Well, I don't know if that's true because I didn't see in the instructions for them having to make any notches there to be able to move the fabric. So I don't know what magic they used. I'm hoping this next process of pinning the collar to the panels and then easing it and finding out where I'm going to say where the rigidity points are, making a small cut, and then continue to ease it all the way through. So that'll be our next process. I have the panels here, I have the collar here. Of course, this is the right side up, so this is what would be facing out towards everybody else. I'm going to start on one of the corners here, and then I'm going to work my way around the collar. And if I find a rigid point, I am just going to make a little snip and just try to ease everything over that way. I hope it works. If you are more skilled than I am, and if you have some good feedback and some direction, please leave a comment, please leave some direction, make a video, help me out, help the rest of us out. All right, let's get into it. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to be able to pin, I think. One thing I do see is that I am just, I'm going to say maybe a ½ inch short on on that side. But what I'm hoping is that as I sew along here and I remove the pins and ease the collar, that I'm going to be able to make up that amount. Whether or not that's going to be a ½ inch, I don't know. But as you saw, I did have to make some snips inside so that I could be able to move the collar around. So I'm going to move over to the sewing machine and see what we can do. there we have it. The collar is on. Now, whether or not the collar is on correctly or whether or not I did it the right way, and that's a small victory, so I'll take it. Of course, there was this split back here where I had to, where I amended it and cut it, which is fine, but at the same time, I'm glad I took the time to do all the notching that I did, took the time to do all of that. It came around, and I mean, if you can see it here, there's probably about a, 3/8, maybe a ½ inch of space left over here that I could certainly tidy up. But again, as a practice mode, as my first time doing this, I think it was a success. Bye for now.